Welcome to the KIS Investing Week in Review. We've had an unbelievable month of November. Practically no down moves since the election. It's been relentless. And plus every Monday we've had vaccine news that has made it really, really hard to trade this market. Now it's gonna get a little harder. We're getting into the month of December, which is usually a bullish month. This has been a crazy bullish year with all the stuff that has happened. But let's see what happens. Let's see if traders want to take some profits before the new year, and maybe we can see some opportunities in some commodities like gold or silver, because everything else is just through the roof. Without further ado, let's go and see the week in review. Let's start by looking at something that really does not make any sense. Look at the COVID cases. We went from having 30,000 cases during the summer to hitting 200,000 cases in the last 2 weeks. The numbers of cases is absolutely lunacy in the US. And if you take into account that maybe each positive case accounts for 5 or even 10 people, that means maybe close to 1 million or 1,000,002 people are getting infected every single day. The good news about that is that all these people are the equivalent of having vaccinations. And another positive is that the death rate has been reduced quite a bit. But something is for sure. The market doesn't care about COVID and COVID case. Now let's take a look at what happened in the last week. The Russell had a humongous week, up 4%, the Nasdaq up 2%, and the Spiders and the Dow up 1.5%. This month of November has been absolutely amazing. No down moves whatsoever. And look at the year to date. The year to date, the Nasdaq is up 40%. Yep, 40%. And the Russell has now caught up to the S&P, both of them being up 12% for the year. And the Dow, which is the laggard, is only up 5% for the year. Now let's take a look at the sectors within the S&P 500. Energy had a huge up week. All this vaccine news is giving new hope for the airlines, for the transportation, for travel, etc. And we can see it clearly with the price of oil going up 8% for the week. Financials also had a big week, and financials are up 20% for the month, and energy is up 35% for the month. The real estate sector was the only negative sector for the week, being down 1%. Now let's take a look at the Fang stock. Tesla was up 17% for the week, and Tesla is up 600% for the year. Look at this. Look at the trailing 12-month sales of Tesla. Tesla has 28 billion sales, Berkshire Hathaway 279 billion. The income, Tesla half a billion dollars, while Berkshire has $36 billion of net income, and the price and the value of the companies are very similar. This makes no sense whatsoever. Tesla is still a car company. I don't believe it's a technology company like everybody else thinks, but hey, the market is pricing it that way. And the only Fang stock that was down for the week was Apple, down 1.7% for the week, but don't worry, Apple is up 60% for the year. Now let's take a look at our anti-bubble positions. And there is a big shift, boys and girls. And the big shift is gold is not liking this market anymore. There is no fear out there, and people are selling their gold. Even though the US dollar is getting devalued, the gold market is not taking that hint and is falling tremendously. Also, gold miners had terrible weeks, both of them down 4%. Now, greed and fear. I have not seen this level of extreme greed in a long time. 60-70% normally was extreme. We're at 92%. There's absolutely zero fear in the market. There's absolutely zero thinking that this market can go down. And maybe it can't. Who knows? Now let's take a look at this very interesting emerging market chart. And here the US dollar is actually inverted. So you can see that the US dollar is getting pounded, almost getting destroyed, and the emerging markets are loving it. They're up huge, and they will continue to be up huge as long as the US dollar keeps getting devalued. Now, this year has been the year of the IPO. Just take a look at the numbers of the IPOs this year. Snowflake, 152%. Rocket Mortgage, 13%. GoodRx, 17%. This year, a lot of stocks have been flying that have been gone public. Maybe a little bit less than other years, and the reason why is the original price of the stock was already huge to start with. So how much more can they go up? Probably a lot more. Now let's take a quick look at the housing sectors. US house prices are at an all-time high. If you own a home, you should be happy. In the US, they're up 77% year over year. Now, we have never had this home builder sentiment that high, up to 90. And everything, mortgage rates are down to 2.72%. And the Fed is probably going to keep interest rates at zero, just fueling even furthermore this housing market in the US. Now, airline travel has recovered quite a bit. Surprisingly, airline travel was down as much as 96% in April and now is only up down 60% for the year, especially over the last month. 60% is still a huge number and probably not enough of a recovery to keep the airlines alive without any bailouts. So please be on the lookout if you own any airline stock or any airline ETF like Jets, that this recovery is substantial, but it's not enough to keep the airlines afloat. And finally, let's take a look at the Dow. The Dow and how long it has taken the Dow to hit 1,000-point threshold. Actually, this chart even surprised me quite a bit because the Dow took 319 days to hit 30,000 when the 10th of January it hit 29,000. The Dow has not been strong at all this year. And take a look at the speed in 2017 and 2018 where they were cutting taxes. Look how fast, 40 days, 30 days, 70 days, just to hit the 1,000-point mark. This year has been amazing for all the indices, but not so much for the Dow. So what will happen? Will the Dow go down or will it catch up to the Nasdaq and the S&P 500? Thank you very much for watching the KIS Investing Week in Review video. If you like this video, consider sharing it. Also, if you would help me with the YouTube algorithm, click like. You can also click subscribe. And if you want to learn about personal finance and how to become a millionaire, I have a free course below with the 9 proven steps of how to become a millionaire. Also, if you want to trade using the tastyworks platform, use my link below. And remember, it's crazy out there. Good luck trading, and you gotta risk it to get the biscuit, baby.